I'd like to introduce a friend of mine, Harrison Fox, and Harrison is representing the South Venice Beach Water Quality Task Force, and he's going to share with us some amazing things that they've been doing down there in the South Venice waterways, and he's got all kind of toolkits and everything else. And Harrison, you've got 5 minutes, my friend, and there's a timer right down there, and I got my bell right here. I love you, man, but you got 5 minutes.
I think whining kids are much better. Well, first of all, I want to thank the other participants here. They've really gotten some of the messages across that I'm going to try to do. Also, how many of you have been working in conservation and stewardship for a year? How many for over 10 years? How many for over 25? Will you please stand up? Let's give them a big hand. Okay, we just did 2 of the most important things you need to do. You need to use the right words, and you need to say thank you. The right words are conservation and stewardship. 80% of Republicans love conservation. 90% of Democrats or more. We need to focus on the right words. And Mark Thompson, who is the CEO and senior editor of the New York Times, has just written a book, and if you want to look this up, he's got a whole book on this. Enough said. Let's take a look at, Commissioner Thaxton, maybe a future commissioner as well. This is a great example of a community taking charge and government following. I love it. This is South Venice Beach, 8,000 houses. We have our own beach. We have 1,400 feet on the Gulf of Mexico, and we have waterways. 6 years ago, we found out we had some money from the county. $320,000. We had a big we got everybody together, and they voted on doing water quality. The county helped us get a matching grant from Swift Mud, and then we moved ahead. It's taken 6 years, and what I want to do today is basically continue the theme that Nicole started with. What kind of neighborhood do you want? You can do things in your neighborhood. If you try to do things in Washington or the state or even in the county, it's tough. But if you want to do something, get out there and get in your neighborhood. What we did is we worked with a number of different ideas on the projects. We selected this project. We used the right words, as I've discussed. We developed a briefing book. This is extremely important. 1 page defining what you're trying to do that you circulate to people in the neighborhood and to people in elected office and staff. Everybody will read 1 page. Get it down so that you can basically go out and tell people what you want to do. You need to conduct a needs assessment, recruit your volunteers, develop a marketing plan, network. What's extremely important is networking with the elected officials. Most of the time, 98% of the time, they get negative comments. What you want to go in and say, hey, we're out here, we're doing something. Let me show you some of the tools. We have clippers. We're taking down those Brazilian peppers. We're in the waterway with our waders. We're cleaning it up. When they start seeing that, they're saying, hey, this is great. And what they'll do is they'll help you. They'll say, talk to the staff. Be positive with the staff. We learned a lot of lessons. We failed many times. When I was teaching at the National Defense University in Washington, I remember the first year I had a 30-year tenured Marine lieutenant colonel. I talked about failure, and he said, "We never fail in the Marines." The second year, I had a person that had about 15 years in the Marines. He said, "Well, I don't know. I'll have to think about it." And the third year, I said this, and a young Marine officer said, "What are the references?" So get ready for failure and move ahead. And the lessons learned are people, natures, how to use mulch, hydroseeding, fiber mats. You can read through this. But the main thing is to have fun and enjoy yourself. And you can see our videos. Go online, take a look at them. It tells you a lot about what we've done. So get out there and have fun and get busy.